We are sitting in a visitor center right behind the museum for the Sanford Duncan Inn. The Sanford Duncan Inn was located in the center of a 600-acre farm called Lincoln Pinch Farm. And Lincoln Pinch was famous for the fact that people would fight pistol duels here. Mostly lawyers, of course, mostly from Tennessee. The gentlemen would step across the border into Kentucky territory, fight their duels, and then leave and not be able to be prosecuted. The judge would call out 1, 2, 3, and they could fire. The point was not to kill your opponent. The point was to draw first blood. If you killed your opponent, you could easily be charged for murder. But if you winged your opponent, it's self-defense. So I started on the quest to do the distillery in 2012. I was very heavily involved in Nashville's music business, but I knew that was something for me that I was ready to be done with, and that it was just really a matter of time. The industry was changing. And so I set out on a bit of a quest to find something that I could grow. I was always a hobby beer brewer, and I'd actually thought about starting a little microbrewery. And I happened upon the craft movement, the craft distilling movement, which in 2012, 2013 was just kind of getting going. And just one thing led to another, and then I started getting serious, buying serious equipment and upgrading. And then we doubled it year on year until we got to the point where we were comfortably doing about 100 barrels a year. And then this year, in partnership with Barrel Global, we're going to 200 barrels and selling them 100 barrels to be able to put out to their customers. So we make two expressions, but they're made from the same basic mash bill. It's a wheated bourbon, 66% corn, 22% wheat, and 12% malted barley. We get all of our grains from one farm, Walnut Grove Farm in Shockoe, Kentucky. It's literally about 15 minutes from where we're sitting. They provide us with a #1 quality yellow dent corn that's been cleaned and ready to go, as well as our wheat. The barley goes from them up to South Fork Malting House and is malted and sent back to us. So basically the whole chain is all from them. I chose those proportions and those things for different reasons. At the time, we were taking stuff, making it in small batches. I have like a little copper tabletop still. We'd make it, we'd put it in a mason jar with some wood chips, put it by the window, and let it sit there for a week or two, and then kind of take a little taste of it. And I didn't want it to be overly sweet, but I didn't want it to be too bitey either. And we just kind of found that happy medium where we really liked it. A very wise whiskey person one time said, if it tastes good going in the barrel, it's probably going to taste good coming out. So we really focused really hard on coming up with a really great recipe that we liked. We do two expressions, the same mash bill. One is a bottled and bond, and then the other is the single barrel cast strength, which is just exactly as it sounds. However it comes out of the barrel is how we're going to put it in the bottle. We run it through a little bit of a wire filter just to get the wood bits out, but we don't do any chill filtering. We don't do anything that could potentially take out flavor. For the first few years, we only had enough barrels that we could just sell in our distillery. You know, literally we'd be running out of product on the shelf while we're dumping a barrel and bottling it in the back to get it out front before we run out. The big surprise to us was Fred Minnick put us on his top 100 whiskeys, American whiskeys for the year last year. And then this year, we actually applied to the Ascot Awards and we got a platinum for our bottled and bond. So we're really excited about working with Barrel Global. We love the fact that they love our quality and that they feel like we can be a good representative for their customers. And we're just honored to kind of work with these guys and excited about what they're doing. And if anybody's out there who's thinking about buying a barrel or interested in the process, you can go to duelinggroundsdistillery.com. If you're interested in more information about Barrel Global, go to barrelglobal.com and they can give you all the information there. Somebody will call you and take you all the way through the process.